Hi, this is Kathy Goodwin coming to you today with three very costly myths about hiring a copywriter. If you believe these myths, you are far from alone. By definition, myths are widespread and they're extremely believable. So let's start with myth number one, which is that you get traffic before you write the copy. You hear things like, well, why have great content? Why pay for great content for a copywriter if no one's going to see it? And then after my site gets really popular, that's when I'll hire a copywriter. Well, the reality is that you don't want to send visitors to your website till you've got good conversion rates. You want to test conversions with smaller numbers, especially if you're planning on paying to get traffic. Because if you don't convert at lower numbers, chances are when you go for bigger numbers, you'll just get more traffic. You won't necessarily get more revenue and more success. And you also want to take advantage of early visitors, people who come to your site while you're still attracting the traffic, while you're still building a reputation. The reason is that some of those early visitors will be customers. And if they see good copy there, then hey, who knows? They might want to hire you or buy one of your products. Myth number two is probably the single most common myth about websites, and that is that you get the web design first. People give various reasons for that. They say things like visual is more important, or that's what everybody does. And it is true, that is what almost everybody does. But almost everybody does lose money or lose time in creating a website, and then they get so frazzled, they'll say, I'm never going to go through this again. So that's why we have so many people with 10-year-old websites. The truth is you want to get copywriting done before the web design. There are several reasons. One is that it makes the designer's job easier. Any reputable web designer will tell you, if I have the copy in my hand, in front of me, before I create a design, my job will be easier, it will go faster, and I might be able to save you some money. The copywriter is analogous to a quarterback in football. Now, if you read the book Blindside or saw the movie, you probably know the quarterback is the guy who's responsible for getting the ball down the field, scoring points. The offensive line, which is the lead character in Blindside, is especially designed to protect the quarterback and make sure the quarterback can do his job and get the ball down to the end of the field and score points. Well, it's by way of analogy, online, the copywriter is the one who creates the message, plans the website, decides what is going to work, what's going to attract prospective clients, and the designer makes the copy stand out, makes the message available, easy to read, easy to find on the website. And another very important factor that a lot of people don't think about until something happens is that the design reflects your message. It doesn't drive the message, it reflects your message. Here's an example. I had a client who had paid a lot of money for a graphic that was a beach scene. It wasn't the scene, I've changed the details, but this is what she said. I've got this beautiful beach scene, let's use that. So when we started writing the copy, we discovered that her message was really more appropriate to a sharp mountain peak like this one. So we had a choice. We could either write the copy around the beach scene, which didn't really fit her message, or we could discard the beach scene, which meant she had paid money for something she could not use. Myth number three is if you write the copy, it won't sound like me. And it's expressed as, I want to be authentic, or my voice is part of my brand. Well, here's the reality. Prospects respond not to the words, but to the authenticity of your message. What they pick up is the emotional content of your message, whether it's resonating with them, not the words. Your message is supposed to focus on the market, not you, the marketer, but it's supposed to draw attention to the person listening and make them think of themselves, not think about you. And your message does reflect your brand, but that's your message, not necessarily the way you phrase your message. Your brand is reflected in things like the topics you write about, for example, and maybe the style, the way you choose to communicate. For example, video is now becoming a part of my brand. And here's the kicker. A lot of us don't recognize our own voice. This is so true. I'll give you a really good example. I was doing a sales letter, not a website, for a client who's a really outstanding marketer. She said, I want you to write the sales letter, but I've got this paragraph that I used in another sales letter that was very effective. I wrote it myself. I really like it. Please use it. So you probably guess what happened. I wrote the sales letter in my own words using her message that we discussed together and the strategy that we worked on. And the only thing I did that was hers, I did include this one paragraph. When she got the copy, you can guess what happened. She looked at it and said, "Kathy, I love everything, but this paragraph, where did you get it? I would never write something like that. Throw it out." So I did. Good example of what happens. Most of us do not recognize our own voice, especially in writing. We were used to our voice, maybe our style when we speak, but it's very hard to recognize your own writing style. If you want to take some more steps, I have a couple of free giveaways that you can sign up for. 3 strategies to create your fabulous online presence, and 5 web design tweaks that will get you more clients. You can go to those websites. I'm going to leave this up a little so you can make a note. On some browsers, you'll be able to click through and actually get to those websites. On others, you'll have to copy this down and put it into your browser window. And I also will write copy for you. If you'd like me to write your website, this is the link, Web Development Copywriting. I will just not just create the content for you, but I'll set it up for you in a WordPress website, so you'll be able to actually have something up there. Now, if you want to get a designer to make it even more effective, and there are plenty of designers who do that, it'll be easier for the designer and possibly save you quite a bit of money, because the website will be up there. It'll already be in action, and you'll have the basics, and you'll know exactly what to tell the designer, or I can help you with that. So you'll know exactly what to do, and you'll get what you want, what you paid for, and possibly at a far better return on investment than you might have expected. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again on future videos. I hope you have the greatest of success with your business. Thanks again for joining me. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.